Relative motion, ma'am, this is very confusing topic. No, relative motion is very simple and very beautiful topic in physics if you understand it in your right way. Today we are going to start discussion about the relative motion. In relative motion there is relative velocity, relative acceleration. But first we will discuss about the relative motion. So in relative motion, here you see that here we have the observer and another object. Okay. Observer means the one who observes another object. Okay. Means the observer can be me and another object will be you. Okay. Or sometimes you will be observer and me will be another object. And in between us, there will be some velocity. But before that, let me introduce a keyword, that is frame of reference. What is frame of reference? Okay, if you are the observer and you are on chair, then chair is your frame of reference. Suppose you are on a bus, then bus is your frame of reference. Suppose you are in train, then train is your frame of reference. Suppose you are in moon, then moon is your frame of reference. Means the observer, wherever he or she will be situated, that will be his or her frame of reference. So this is about the frame of reference of the observer. Now let's go to the relative velocity. Okay. So here is your relative velocity, means suppose here it is you and you are, here I am. Okay. U is you and M for me. Now you have velocity 10 meter per second. This is the velocity of the observer, means you are the observer. And here I am and I have velocity 0 meter per second. That means I am at rest. Okay. Now we want to calculate, since you are the observer, that means velocity of me with respect to you. That means Vmu. Okay. M means me. Okay. Velocity of me with respect to you is equal to, this is called relative velocity. Vmu, this is called relative velocity, defined as Vm minus Vu. Okay, Vmu means Vm minus Vu. Don't think too much. Okay, Vmu means Vm minus Vu and Vmu means velocity of me with respect to you. Understand? Now you just put the values. Velocity of me means 0 and velocity of you means 10. That means minus 10 meter per second. So this is the velocity, relative velocity, okay, of me with respect to you. That means what you will see with 10 meter per second, what you will see that I am moving with velocity 10 meter per second, but in negative axis. Okay, the negative here sign indicates that I am moving along negative direction. And suppose here um, that means velocity of u with respect to me. Velocity of u with respect to means here I am the observer now. In that case, same method, Vu minus Vm. Vu minus m means velocity of u, velocity of me. Now you just put the values of them. Velocity of u is what? 10 minus 0 gives you 10 meter per second. That means what I will see, that you are moving with positive, along positive x direction with 10 meter per second. Okay. This is about the relative velocity when you are moving with 10 meter per second and I am at rest. Now let's go to the case 2. Now see that we both are in some bus or car, whatever, and your bus, suppose this is your bus and this is suppose me, you are moving in a bus whose velocity is 20 meter per second, and here the bus is moving with 25 meter per second. Okay, that means if I now want to calculate the relative velocity of me with respect to you, velocity of me with respect to you, that means here observer is you, is equal to velocity of me minus velocity of you. Don't get confused. Okay, velocity of me with respect to you means mu Vm minus Vu is equal to velocity of me is what? 25 minus velocity of u is 20. See, you are at rest in the bus. That means your velocity is the velocity of the bus, nothing else, since you are at rest. So, whatever the velocity the bus has, your velocity will remain same. Okay. So, that's why 25 minus 20 gives you 5 meter per second. So, this is the velocity of me with respect to you. You will see that I am moving with 5 meter per second. Now, velocity of u with respect to me means velocity of u minus velocity of me. Okay. Now you put the values of them. Velocity of u means 20 minus 25 gives you minus 5 meter per second. That means I will see that you are moving with 5 meter per second but along negative axis. Okay. Along negative axis. So this is the velocity of u with respect to me. In the next case, here you see that everything is same, but here if this is u and if this is me, I have some velocity that is 5 meter per second along positive axis. Okay, along positive x-axis. Suppose in that case, velocity of u with respect to me, velocity of u with respect to means vu minus vm. Okay, now see that velocity of u, you know, that is 20. But velocity of m means velocity of me. Do you know it? Not really. Because velocity of u, here you see that it is with respect to the earth. With respect to the earth. With respect to the earth. But velocity of me with respect to the earth, do you know? We don't know. See that two velocities you can subtract with respect to the same frame of reference. Means here the velocity of u is 20 meter per second, but that is with respect to the earth. But with respect to the earth, you don't know my velocity. So you have to find it. So velocity of u with respect to earth is known to you, but velocity of me with respect to earth is not known to you. We have to find it. But how? You see that what is known to us? We know velocity of me with respect to the bus. We know that is velocity of mb is equal to 5. Is equal to what you can write? That velocity of me minus velocity of bus with respect to earth. Clear? So velocity of me with respect to earth we don't know, but velocity of the bus with respect to earth we know. That is minus of 25. Why minus? Because you see that the bus is moving with negative velocity, negative direction. So that's why minus 25. So 5 is equal to this. That means VME is equal to, we are getting as 5. Here is minus 25. Therefore minus 20 meter per second. So this is the velocity of me with respect to earth, E for earth. Now suppose this is your equation number 1 and this is your equation number 2. You put the value of 2 in 1, then you will get it. That is V with respect to me is equal to 20 minus of minus 20 gives you 40. So therefore this is the answer of velocity of u with respect to me. Now in case 4, the question is, see here. Before that you go to you and me, means you have the velocity 15 meter per second and I have the velocity 10 meter per second. Okay, there is nothing new. But the question is when you will be able to catch me. See that your velocity is greater than me. That means VU is greater than VM. That means there will be some time when you can catch me. But what's the time? That we are going to learn. Here you see that between me and you we have fixed displacement or distance. Okay, 50 meter. We have a fixed distance, that is 50 meter. Okay. Now our relative velocity, that is V, you with respect to me is 15 minus 10, that is 5 meter per second. That is our relative velocity, velocity of u with respect to me. That means I am saying that you are moving with 5 meter per second along positive axis. Okay. Now, here the distance is 50 meter. That means SUM is 50 meter. So obviously the time that will be taken by you to catch me is 50, means distance over the velocity. So 50 over 5, that gives you 10. 10 seconds will be required to catch me by you. Okay. So thus you can calculate. So this is not so tough. But the next one is, here you see case 5. Here you see that you and me are there. You have velocity 15 meter per second and me having velocity 10 meter per second. But also we have some acceleration, right? That means you have acceleration 5 meter per second square and me have the acceleration 7 meter per second square. Now, don't think too much, okay? Just put the method, that is velocity of u with respect to me. That means you are going to catch me now, so that's why velocity of u with respect to me is 15 minus 10 gives you 5 meter per second. Okay, that is the relative velocity. Now, relative acceleration, same. Acceleration means acceleration of u minus acceleration of me. Same. There is nothing different. So 5 minus 7. That means minus 2 meter per second square. So this is the relative acceleration. Next is displacement or distance SUM. Distance SUM, relative displacement, which is constant. Okay. Means it doesn't change. So SUM is equal to 100 meter. Okay. Now you have to find out that when you will be able to catch me. So here you see that you need time, right? T is required. T is required. So SAV, all these are known to you. So I think one kinematic equation coming to your mind, that is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. No other option you have. So S equal to UT plus half AT square, you put the value. U means the relative velocity you put, that is 5t. Okay, 5t plus half. A means what? Minus 2 t square. And S is equal to 100. Okay. Now you have to do the calculation. See that 100 is equal to 5t. Here to come, that is minus t square. So therefore t square minus 5t plus 100 is equal to 0. Now you calculate t is equal to Sridhar's law, that is minus b plus minus root over of b square, means 25. Okay, b square minus 4ac, that means 400 over 2a, right? A is 1, so therefore it would be 1. So here is your formula, minus b plus minus root over of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here you see that since you are getting some imaginary value, here you are getting imaginary value of time, and time never can be imaginary, which means what it will say, that you will never be able to catch me. But if you get some real value of time, then that would be the answer, that after this second, after this value, you will be able to catch me. But since you are getting some imaginary value here, so you will never be able to catch me. Okay. Now suppose instead of 15, you have the velocity 35. Suppose I am changing the value 35. So in that case, what would be the relative velocity? Relative velocity would be 35 minus 10, that means gives you 25. So therefore here instead of u, it would be 25. So 25. So ultimately you are getting is a t square minus 25. So that means minus b, that means plus minus you have plus 25 minus b plus minus root over of b square, that means 25 square means 625 minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, if you calculate it, what you are getting the answer as plus 25 plus minus under root 25 to 25 over 2. So gives you plus 25 plus minus, here it is 15 over 2. Gives you see that 25 plus 15, that means 40 over 2, and if you consider plus and if you consider that minus, then or if you consider minus, then 10 over 2. So gives you 20 or 5. That means you will be able to catch me after 5 seconds, then after 20 seconds. Okay, that means first you will be able to catch me at after 5 seconds. Okay, so here 2 times you will be able to catch me, first 5 seconds, then again 20 seconds. So this is the answer when you will be able to catch me. So this is the way to calculate the catching problem. Okay. Now this is about the whole relative velocity. Now we will go to the numerical. Means numerical is very important. When you will be able to do the numerical, then it will be more clear to you. So you please pause now and you just go through the numerical. A police jeep is chasing a culprit going on motorbike. That means we have velocity. We have first police with velocity. Jeep has velocity 90 km per hour. So you convert it to meter per second. Okay, 90 multiplied with 5 over 80. That means 25 meter per second. On a motorbike, the motorbike crosses a turning at a speed 72 km per hour. This is your police and this is your motorbike M. Okay, M has 72 km per hour. This is kilometer per hour. Gives you 72 multiplied with 5 over 18. 5 over 18. So therefore 20 meter per second. Now here clearly we can say that here is the, suppose here is the path and here is your police and here is your motorbike. This is your police, this is your motorbike. Has the velocity 25 and has the velocity 20. So up to this we all know the problem. What we have to calculate? What we have to calculate? Exactly. Relative velocity, that means velocity of police with respect to M, is equal to velocity of P minus velocity of M. Gives you 25 minus 20, gives you 5 meter per second. Means whenever you see this kind of thing, that one person following another person with some velocity, you must remember that that is a relative velocity problem. So 5 meter per second is the relative velocity. Now what is given, you see that the motorbike crosses a turning, okay, at a speed. That means initially they were moving like this along a particular path, then suddenly there was a turning like this. There was a turning like this. And what is given, that crossing the turning 10 seconds later than the bike, means the jeep crossing the turning 10 seconds later than the bike. That means when the police is here, when the police crosses the turning, the motorbike already crossed the turning and 10 seconds ahead he is. That means here is your motorbike and the difference between them with respect to time is 10 seconds. With respect to time is 10 seconds. That means the motorbike had the velocity what? 20 meter per second, right? That means within this 10 seconds, the motorbike crossed the path 200. 200 how? 200 means 20 multiplied with 10. 20 is the velocity, 10 is the second, means time. So if you multiplied with 10, then you will get is at 20. So 200 meter is the distance between police and motorbike. That means PM. PM is equal to 200. Up to this clear? So now what you have to calculate, assuming they travel at constant speed, how far? Constant speed means the acceleration is 0. How far from the turning will the jeep catch up with the bike? So here you have to calculate that what is the total distance the police need to travel to catch the motorbike, okay, from the turning point. That you have to calculate. So how to calculate? Here you see that PM is 200 meter. What is the relative velocity? Relative velocity of police with respect to me, already we have calculated 5 meter per second. There is no doubt. Okay. Now, therefore, with this relative velocity, what is the time that will be taken by the police? Time T, PM is equal to time taken by the police with respect to motorbike is 200 over 5, that is 40. That means 40 seconds is required by the police to cross this 200 meter. Okay. Now, the actual velocity of police is what? VP is 25 meter per second. That means with this 25 meter per second velocity, within this 40 seconds, what would be the total distance that will be travelled by the police? That means the distance travelled by the police is 25 multiplied with 40 second gives you 100 meter, means 1 km. So this is the distance that would be travelled by the police to catch the motorbike. Okay, just let's recapitulate it again. See, first we have calculated the relative velocity between the velocity of police with respect to the motorbike. Then you see already it is given that 10 seconds ahead the motorbike was from the police. Okay, so that's why that within this 10 seconds the motorbike crossed 200 meter. That means the total distance now between the police and the motorbike is 200 meter. Clear? After that, so this 200 meter will be crossed by this police with a relative velocity VPM, which is 5 meter per second, is 200 over 5, that is 40 seconds. Okay, this is the relative time which will be taken by the police to catch the motorbike. Okay, so the distance, so the actual distance travelled by the police will be 25 into 40, because that is the real velocity. That is the real velocity of the police. So that's why 25 multiplied with 40 gives you 1 kilometer is the answer. I hope it is clear to you. Now let's go to the next problem. This is also a relative velocity problem. Here a car traveling at 60 km per hour. So first you draw the car. This is one car. This is one car. Overtakes another car traveling at 42. That means it starts overtaking another car. That means it should be at this point. The another car should be at this point. Okay. Now what is the velocity? Velocity V, suppose this is car 1, car 2. So velocity V1 is 60 km per hour. And here the velocity of the car is, let me write it here. So here is your car which is moving with 60 km per hour and here it is 42 km per hour. Whenever it is given, you just convert it first to the meter per second. That would be the first job. Okay, so 60 km per hour gives you 60 multiplied with 5 over 18. Okay, so 10 gives you 50 over 3 meter per second. This is V1. Now V2 is 42 km per hour gives you 42 multiplied with 5 over 18. So here you have 3, 7, 35 over 3 meter per second. So this is V1 and V2. Now obviously the same problem means one car is moving with one velocity, behind of it another car is moving with another velocity. So obviously there will be some relative velocity. So velocity of 1 with respect to 2 is 50, means first you write down the formula, that is V1 minus V2. Now you put the values of them, that is 50 over 3 minus 35 over 3 gives you 15 over 3. That means 5 meter per second. So that's the relative velocity of car 1 with respect to 2. Car 1 with respect to 2. Now what is asked? Assuming each car to be 5 meter. That means this is 5 meter and this is another 5 meter. Okay. Find the time taken during the overtake and the total road distance. Okay, first we will find the time taken during the overtake. That means overtake means when I will say that overtake when the car would be at this point. Okay, the car would be at this point. So to reach the car at this point, this car 1 has to travel 5 meter. This 5 meter has to travel plus 5 meter, isn't it? 5 meter plus 5 meter. So therefore the distance is traveled by car 1 is equal to 5 plus 5 is equal to 10 meter. So this is the distance. Okay. Therefore the time taken by car 1 is what? Here you see that 10 meter is the distance and 5 meter is the relative velocity. So therefore 10 over 5, that would be 2 seconds. 2 seconds will be required to overtake car 2 by car 1. Okay, when you must remember that overtake, catch, all these will be with respect to the relative velocity. Overtake, catch, all these will be with respect to relative velocity. That also I have also done here. Okay. Now one more question is asked here, the total road distance used for the overtake. Okay. That means the total road distance means what? That the actual distance that would be traveled by the car 1. Now the actual velocity V1 is 50 multiplied 50 over 3. Therefore the total road distance is what? See that the car 1 has to travel 5 meter. There is nothing new. The car has to travel 5 meter. Also the car has to travel this 5 meter also with velocity 50 by 3. Okay. So therefore five plus 50 over 3. Okay, 50 over 3. This is the total velocity with time 2 seconds. 2 seconds, okay? So this within this 2 seconds, this 50 by 3 with this velocity, what would be the total distance? 5 plus 100 over 3. That means 5 plus 33.3 gives you 38.3. Okay. So students, that's it for today. I hope after the whole discussion, relative motion is clear to you. And if you have any problem, you can let me know in the comment section. There is one phone number in the description box. You can directly contact me for any help. I will really try to help you. And one more request, if you think that this channel helps you to make your physics easy, then you please subscribe my channel. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye.